Jury U is on their practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Reservoir GP as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. There are just over 80 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 80 minutes left in this practice session. GB08 has a best lap time of 2:09.284. Wayne Pearson is on their practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Reservoir GP as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. With just 77 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Megasaurus 55 is on their practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Reservoir GP as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Jury U posted 209.284 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? There are just over 75 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 75 minutes left in this practice session. Megasaurus 55 is on their practice out lap. Jury U has a best lap time of 209.284. It's a lovely day for racing here at Reservoir GP as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Armin Sunoiler is on their practice out lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Reservoir GP as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Megasaurus 55 is getting to grips with the Wolf GB08 in this practice session. Jury U has a best lap time of 209.284. Puppy Dog from Hell is on their practice out lap. There are just over 70 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 70 minutes left in this practice session. It's a lovely day for racing here at Reservoir GP as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. With just 69 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Armin Sunoiler posted a 2:08.822 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Jury U posted 2:07.939 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Hugh Jass is on their practice out lap. Lars is on their first practice flying lap. Jury U has a best lap time of 2:07.939. With just 66 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. There are just over 65 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 65 minutes left in this practice session. Lars has a best lap time of 2:11.770. Puppy Dog from Hell is on their first practice flying lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Reservoir GP as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. Richard Rossier is on their practice out lap. Megasaurus 55 posted 2:05.683 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Lars posted a 2:13.998 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? It's a lovely day for racing here at Reservoir GP as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. There are just over 60 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 60 minutes left in this practice session. Rob Keane has a best lap time of 9:32.940. Mike O'Hagan is on their practice outlap. With just 58 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Megasaurus 55 posted 2:06.672 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Richard Rossier is getting to grips with the Wolf GB08 in this practice session. Puppy Dog from Hell is getting to grips with the Wolf GB08 in this practice session. Lars posted a 2:15.845 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Rob Keane has a best lap time of 2:04.839. It's a lovely day for racing here at Reservoir GP as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. There are just over 55 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 55 minutes left in this practice session. Lars has a best lap time of 2:09.330. With just 54 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Megasaurus 55 posted 4:52.976 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Richard Rossier has a best lap time of 2:05.608. Puppy Dog from Hell has a best lap time of 2:08.536. With just 52 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Puppy Dog from Hell posted 2:09.083 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Armin Sunoiler has a best lap time of 2:07.910. There are just over 50 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 50 minutes left in this practice session. Jury U has a best lap time of 2:07.939. With just 49 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Richard Rossier posted 2:07.056 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Megasaurus 55 has a best lap time of 2:05.683. Mike O'Hagan is getting to grips with the Wolf GB08 in this practice session. Rob Keane posted a 2:04.112 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? With just 46 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Megasaurus 55 posted 2:06.188 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? There are just over 45 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 45 minutes left in this practice session. Lars has a best lap time of 2:09.330. Mr. Bang posted a 2:08.646 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Lars has a best lap time of 2:09.330. The engines are revving up and the drivers are ready to hit the gas pedal for this qualifying session at Reservoir GP. Lars is on their outlap. It's an impressive showing by Rob Keane in qualifying. They have set the bar high, leading the way with their exceptional performance. It's a fantastic position to be in, and they will be looking to convert it into a strong race result. Incredible drive by Megasaurus 55 so far, earning them 5th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
I completely agree, Rob. Megasaurus 55 has positioned themselves impressively in 5th. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
Impressive display by Lars, currently sitting in position 6. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Lars has done a fantastic job to claim 6th. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
Currently in 2nd, Mike O'Hagan has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. Jerry Yu has positioned themselves well in 8th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. Mike O'Hagan has secured a respectable 10th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
Absolutely, Rob. Mike O'Hagan has shown great potential to secure 10th. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
A solid qualifying performance by Mr. Bang, positioning them in 6th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners.
Couldn't agree more, Rob. Mr. Bang has positioned themselves impressively in 6th. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
What a performance from Lars. They currently occupy 5th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Puppy Dog from Hell has completed their outlap. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. And there goes Richard Rossier, currently in position 2. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Richard Rossier's current position of 2nd is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
A mesmerizing display from Rob Keane in this qualifying session. They have left everyone in awe with their speed and precision. Currently leading the pack, they are setting the standard and sending a clear message to their competitors.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Rob Keane is displaying an exceptional level of skill and confidence. They are in a class of their own and have taken control of this qualification session.
Rob Keane has just completed that lap in 2:05.184. Their best lap so far is 2:05.184. Putting them in P2. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? A solid performance from Richard Rossier as they currently hold position 4. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid.
Great analysis, Rob. Richard Rossier has shown excellent pace to secure 4th. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
Incredible drive by Armin Sanoila so far, earning him 6th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? It's an impressive showing by Jury Yu, currently in 10th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher?
You're absolutely right, Rob. Jorg Yu's current position of 10th reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
Jury Yu has just completed a lap in 2:07.826. Let's see if they can improve on their time further. What a fantastic showing from Mike O'Hagan in qualifying. They currently hold the top spot and are in prime position for a strong starting position. Their lap times have been exceptional and they have showcased their talent and determination.
Well said, Rob. Mike O'Hagan is truly in a league of their own in this qualification session. Their dominant display is a testament to their talent and determination.
Rob Keane has put in a great effort and currently holds second. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position? Rob Keane will be happy having put themselves into first in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for them to improve further on it. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Mr. Bang has positioned themselves well in 10th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
Absolutely, Rob. Mr. Bang has put in a remarkable effort to secure 10th. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
Mr. Bang has some work to do as the 209.016 is only good enough for 9th. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Jerry Yu has some work to do as the 207.434 is only good enough for 7th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure they can improve further on that.
A strong showing from Richard Rossier as they currently sit in 4th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve. Impressive display by Eddie G, currently sitting in position 10. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. Eddie G has completed their first flying lap in 2:05.824. What a performance from Megasaurus 55. They currently occupy. Megasaurus 55 will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session. A solid qualifying performance by Eddie G, positioning them in 6th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners.
I completely agree, Rob. Eddie G has positioned themselves impressively in 6th. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
Impressive work from Jerry Yu, who has claimed 8th on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. Jerry Yu has some work to do as the 207.273 is only good enough for 8th. And there goes Eddie G, currently in position 6th. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
Couldn't agree more, Rob. Eddie G has positioned themselves impressively in 6th. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
Currently in 10th, Mr. Bang has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Mr. Bang's current position of 10th is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
Mr. Bang has some work to do, as that 401.584 is only good enough for 10th. Eddie G has secured a respectable 6th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance? Mike O'Hagan has put in a great effort and currently holds 2nd. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position?
Great analysis, Rob. Mike O'Hagan has shown excellent pace to secure 2nd. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
A solid performance from Jerry Yu, as they currently hold position 8. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Jorg Yu has done a fantastic job to claim 8th. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
Impressive display by Mike O'Hagan, currently sitting in position 2. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. A strong showing from Megasaurus 55, as they currently sit in 5th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
Absolutely, Rob. Megasaurus 55 has put in a remarkable effort to secure 5th. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
Megasaurus 55 will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I'm sure they can find a little extra in there.
There's a little bit of wind in the air today here at Reservoir GP as we're getting ready to kick things off. Rob Keane will lead the way from pole position.
But they will need to stay cool under pressure. If they can do that, they'll be in with a chance.
Mike O'Hagan is going to be starting from second.
And like many others, they are starting the race on the medium's tire compound.
Richard Rossier is lining up third. Securing the 4th place is Hugh Jass. Starting just behind the front runners in 5th place is the determined driver, Megasaurus 55.
What can they do with that Wolf GB08 from here?
Eddie G will be looking to gain ground quickly as they start from 6th on the grid. Armin Sunoiler is placed in 7th.
Lining up in the mid-pack.
As the engines roar to life, Jury Yu prepares to take off from the 8th position on the starting grid. Lars has qualified 9th. On the 10th grid slot we have Mr. Bang.
They've got the heart of a lion, and they won't back down from a challenge.
Puppy Dog from Hell may have a bit of work to do starting from 11th on the grid.
Puppy Dog from Hell won't be too disappointed with 11th.
Starting from 12th on the grid is not ideal for Wayne Pearson, but they're a fighter.
Where can Wayne Pearson put that Wolf GB08?
We've got a greenie, and away we go. This first bit's gonna test their nous and ability to keep their eyes on the prize.
The first lap can be chaotic, and avoiding any major incidents is key. Drivers need to be alert and ready to react to any sudden changes on the track.
Establishing an early advantage will be crucial to the outcome of this race. As we watch the drivers fight it out in the first lap, I can already feel that this is going to be an epic race.
Let's hope they all brought their games today.
I can't wait to see how this race will play out.
The first lap can always be a bit of a bun fight as everyone tries to establish themselves. It's easy for inexperienced racers to blow it in T1.
There's some intense battling throughout the field as everyone is looking to get off to a good start. Well, ain't that a slice of vanilla? Megasaurus 55 sitting pretty right where they started. Comfy as a koala in a eucalyptus tree. Out of the traps, and Lars has already made their mark in this race, Hal gaining places early on.
When I raced back in the day, tire choice was crucial. Looks like Lars's decision to go with the mediums is paying off. But, Rob, as the old saying goes, it ain't over till it's over.
It's not going to plan for Lars. They are still behind Megasaurus 55 and the gap is increasing. I don't think they have an answer for this right now. Do you ever wonder, Rob, how much preparation goes into each race weekend? It's not just about the driver, but the hundreds behind the scenes, making every little detail count.
Oh, absolutely. The hours spent in the simulator, the mechanics working overnight on those tweaks. Racing is as much about team spirit and dedication as it is about speed on the track. It's a collective masterpiece.
The pursuit is on. Armin Sunoiler is closing the gap on Jury U, determined to claim P9.
That driver is really pushing the limits. They're riding the curbs and pushing the car to the ragged edge, looking for every last ounce of speed. Could be they are pushing too hard though, and that's only going to slow them down.
The gap between Jury U and Armin Sunoiler may be wide, but that doesn't mean Jury U is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance. I've made some questionable life decisions, but trailing over 2 seconds behind? Even I'm not that self-sabotaging.
Watching Wayne Pearson right now is like reliving my high school track mates. A for effort, D for speed.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Rob Keane is proper nipping at Mike O'Hagan's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell. The race is really heating up. Puppy Dog from Hell is hunting down Armin Sunoiler with everything they've got.
Now, ain't that something? Puppy Dog from Hell's car is humming like a Sweet Carolina tune. He's looking to take Armin Sunoiler for a spin around the dance floor of Reservoir GP.
Tire degradation's a right pain in the ass, but Puppy Dog from Hell's handling it like a champ. Getting real up close and personal with Armin Sunoiler, aren't they? I swear, Puppy Dog from Hell's on the prowl, making that leap to 9th look as easy as a Sunday Arvo barbecue.
Absolutely. Puppy Dog from Hell is really putting on a clinic out there, and they're making it look easy.
Armin Sunoiler is on a mission, chasing Puppy Dog from Hell, who's desperately trying to stay ahead.
Dang, Armin Sunoiler's chasing Puppy Dog from Hell like a Southern belle after a gentleman with a fat wallet. This is racier than a late-night movie marathon.
With that gap, Mike O'Hagan's practically drafting off Rob Keane, eh?
Exactly. They're so close, it's like they're sharing the same race line. Well, shucks. Rob Keane might want to drop a gear or two. Mike O'Hagan's breathing down their exhaust like it's fresh apple pie.
There's no escape now. Jury U is breathing fire and has locked onto Mr. Bang's tail.
There's a razor-thin line between glory and disaster, and both drivers are dancing right on it.
This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory? Rob Keane and Mike O'Hagan have a gap between them that's growing like Jack's beanstalk. We're talking 0.4 seconds now. Armin Sunoiler is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a tightrope between pushing the limits and making, hold on a second, well, that was a proper Barbie flip by Rob Keane. Too much snagger, not enough bun. Blimey, Jerry Yu's determination reminds me of a kangaroo in a hopping contest.
Well, over here in the States, it's more like a squirrel chasing down its last nut before winter. Either way, it's entertaining to watch.
This is what high-octane racing looks like. Rob Keane is breathing down the neck of Mike O'Hagan, not giving him any room to relax. Buckle up. Jerry Yu is all over Mr. Bang like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action? It's like David vs Goliath out there. Jerry Yu just slung a stone and gained ground, while Mr. Bang is left searching for footing.
Someone better check if your Yu's been drinking those energy drinks, as it seems like they got wings.
Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled as they push for every last bit of speed.
It's hotter than a Jalapaya plus or minus O out here. If Mr. Bang gets any closer to your Yu, we're gonna need to rate this race R for racing.
The gap between Rob Keane and Richard Rossier is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Rob Keane to bring Richard Rossier into play. Struth, Rob Keane's driving like they've stolen it, putting some serious distance between themselves and Richard Rossier. Is there anything left in Richard Rossier's tank?
Darn tootin', Rob Keane is looking as smooth as a gravy sandwich out there. They're making it a tough day at the office for Richard Rossier.
Hugh Jass is more lost out there than I was after a night at the Gold Coast, and at least I woke up with a kebab in hand.
Good lord, at this rate, Hugh Jass is gonna finish this race in the afterlife. Hope they got good insurance.
You reckon Armin Sunoiler saw a spider in the cockpit? Breaking development. Well, Wayne Pearson's decided to give the local wildlife a closer look. I hope the drop bears didn't get to them.
That maneuver from Wayne Pearson? Just like my attempt at DIY car mods. Ambitious, but not quite right.
Blimey, Armin Sunoiler's more eager to catch Mr. Bang than a bloke at the bar at last call. Hope he's got the stamina for this chase.
Woo-wee, there's more tension between Armin Sunoiler and Mr. Bang than there is at a shotgun wedding. Pass the popcorn and let's see where this love story goes.
Armin Sunoiler's giving it a red-hot go, but can't seem to muster the pace to keep up with Mr. Bang. It's like chasing a roux on a motorbike. The race has its rhythm, and right now, Mike O'Hagan is dancing to its beat at first. Oh no, Hal, look at this. Rob Keane is closing in on Mike O'Hagan. The gap is now just 1.8 seconds. You know, Hal, as a former racing driver yourself, can you give us some insights into what goes through a driver's mind during these quieter moments in a race?
Sure, Rob. During these moments, drivers often take the opportunity to assess their race strategy, monitor their car's performance, and plan their next move. It's all about staying.
Stop the press. Well, Megasaurus 55's spinning like my life in 2020. Someone get them a map, or a therapist.
Whoa Nelly, looks like Megasaurus 55's been watching too much NASCAR, trying to drift on an F1 circuit.
Would ya look at that gap? Mr. Bang's got a better chance of finding a sober Aussie on Australia Day. But hey, we love an underdog. Go get Tiger.
Just like my attempt at barbecue last summer, Mr. Bang's burning time but ain't getting any hotter.
Watching the drivers handle their cars is like watching a croc handler at a wildlife show. There's a finesse to it. But one wrong move, and you're in a world of hurt.
Oh, for sure. It's like trying to rope a bull in a rodeo. It looks easy from the stands, but up close? It's all about skill, timing, and knowing when it's about to let go.
Boy, Megasaurus 55's giving it a red-hot go in 6th. Just a few kangaroo hops behind Eddie G. Might see a cheeky move soon. Now I may be wrong here, but I'm not sure that's the racing line. Well, butter my bread and call it a sandwich. Megasaurus 55's not letting Eddie G have all the fairy bread at this party. Watch out, Eddie G, he's coming for your Tim Tams.
Will Megasaurus 55 be able to make a move and pass Eddie G?
It's starting to look like we might get a battle between Megasaurus 55 and Eddie G. Breaking development, Rob Keane has pulled into the pits. Things are going according to plan for Rob Keane, who is currently 3rd.
Yes, and in this high-octane opera, Rob Keane's voice resonates the loudest from that 3rd.
Even though Armin Sunoiler is a fair way behind Jerry Yu, they can't afford to let their guard down. Jerry Yu is still vulnerable to mistakes.
Well, in the rearview mirror of life, Armin Sunoiler might look closer than they appear. But on this track, they've got some miles to cover to catch your Yu.
Some say it's about the journey, not the destination. But Armin Sunoiler seems pretty intent on that 5th spot.
Absolutely, and they need to keep driving with determination to stay in that position.
Truth, Armin Sunoiler's lap time's slower than a roux with a limp. Wonder if they've had a few too many frothies last night? Richard Rossier's not waiting around to find out.
Daggone, Armin Sunoiler is spinning their wheels like a chicken with its head cut off. And Richard Rosier, like a kid in a candy store, leading the pack.
The track tells a tale of speed, strategy, and skill. Today, it narrates Wayne Pearson's journey in 11th. Oh, the pressure is on for Wayne Pearson. Truck between Hugh Jass 0.1 seconds away and Eddie G just ahead with a gap of 0.1 seconds. They must defend their position while seeking an opportunity to advance. It's a challenging situation for Wayne Pearson. They're sandwiched between their fierce competitors, Hugh Jass 0.1 seconds away and Eddie G 0.1 seconds ahead. They'll need to stay sharp and find an opportunity to make a move. This is where the skill and experience of the drivers really come into play. Armin Sunoiler will need to stay focused and keep pushing, even when the gap seems insurmountable. It's not over until the checkered flag drops.
My mama used to say, you can't shine if you don't try. Guess Armin Sunoiler missed that lesson. Just like my pie making class.
The tension is building as Megasaurus 55 trails behind last. The gap is slowly but surely decreasing, and the pressure is mounting. Can Lars hold on, or will Megasaurus 55 be able to close them down? Fair dinkum. Megasaurus 55's finding those aerodynamic sweet spots. Could be adjusting that front wing angle to cut through the air like a hot knife through butter. This isn't just racing, it's a duel. Watch as Armin Sunoiler zeroes in on Jury U, blade sharpened and ready. Armin Sunoiler's showing off some serious moves, making Jury U look like they're dancing with two left feet.
Well, butter me up and call me a biscuit. Armin Sunoiler is putting the pedal to the metal, making your U eat some serious dust.
How do racing drivers, like yourself back in the day, train themselves to maintain concentration for long periods of time?
Mental training is a huge part of a driver's preparation, Rob. Techniques like meditation, visualization, and working with sports psychologists can help drivers build their focus and mental endurance for a race.
It's hotter out there than an Aussie summer day, mate. Reckon Armin Sunoiler can catch some shade behind Jury U?
Shade? Here, we call that drafting. Let's see if they can stay cool and make a move. If not, there's always the AC in the pit.
Any bloke breaking development, Struth. Mr. Bang's having a real dog's breakfast of a moment. Hold on to your hats, folks. Megasaurus 55 is right on the heels of last, and we're in for a wild ride. Whoa. Megasaurus 55's on fire, leaving skid marks and Lars's hopes behind. The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown?
This is the moment where legends are made. These drivers will go down in history as the ones who fought tooth and nail for the top spot.
Oi.
Is it just me or?
Nah, mate, Mike O'Hagan really just took the scenic route through the outback of Reservoir GP. Crikey.
Well, slap my grandma. Mike O'Hagan's gone off like they saw a ghost. Or maybe they just saw their last lap time.
The pressure is on for Lars as they try to catch up to Megasaurus 55.
In the theater of speed, this is the climax. Every move is a headline, every overtake a potential plot twist.
Wait, Richard Rossier has decided to pit. This is where the race gets really interesting. Lars is closing in on Megasaurus 55.
The rubber's burning, the crowd's yearning, and Lars's engine is churning to get past Megasaurus 55.
Bloody hell, Lars has got to get the wind back in their sails. They're mucking about while Megasaurus 55's off having a barbie with the lead.
It will be interesting to see if Megasaurus 55 can keep outpacing Lars.
Oh, this is getting intense. Armin Sunoiler is just a few car lengths behind Jury U.
The tension between Armin Sunoiler and Jorg U is palpable as they battle for P4. No doubt, both drivers know that one mistake could cost them the position.
Braking alert. By the looks of it, Lars reckoned Reservoir GP had a hidden shortcut. Too bad there isn't one.
If Lars was fishing, they'd have thrown that one back into the pond. That's a tough go.
Every move counts now as Armin Sunoiler works to reel in Jury U and overtake for P4. Ripper of a move. Armin Sunoiler's not just in the race, they're owning it. G'day, fourth.
That's what we like to see.
Wait, crikey. Eddie G thought they were on a boomerang's flight path. Only problem? Didn't come back. Ladies and gents, we've got ourselves a high-speed pursuit. Armin Sunoiler is stalking Jury U's every move. Mike O'Hagan is on fire in the last sector. What a win. This is a historic moment for Mike O'Hagan, who put on a masterclass in driving today. What a display of skill and precision. 10th is Rob Keane. Richard Rossier in 11th. Taking 8th is Wayne Pearson. Some might say that second place is the first loser, but Megasaurus 55 certainly doesn't see it that way. They put in a phenomenal effort and should be proud of their impressive result. Impressive drive from Jerry Yu to claim the final spot on the podium. In 4th, it's Armin Sunola. Mr. Bang claimed 5th. Finishing 6th and 7th is Lars and Puppy Dog from Hell. Eddie G take 9th. There's a little bit of wind in the air today here at Reservoir GP, as we're getting ready to get things underway. Starting from pole position is the best possible outcome for Rob Keane.
But they can't get cocky. This is Assetto Corsa friends, and anything can happen.
Lining up in second is Eddie G.
Eddie G is looking on for a strong result.
And in the third position, it's none other than Wayne Pearson.
They are in a good place to mount a good challenge come the first corner.
Puppy Dog from Hell is holding down the fort in 4th place. Lars will begin the race from the 5th spot on the starting grid.
Let's see what Lars can do.
Our 6th place starter, Mr. Bang, is a driver who knows how to make up ground on the track.
But sometimes the underdog can surprise you. Let's see what they've got in the tank.
Starting from 7th on the grid is a good position for Armin Sunola to launch an attack. Sitting in 8th is Jerry Yu. From the middle of the pack, we have Megasaurus 55 in 9th place on the starting grid. In the middle of the pack, we have Mike O'Hagan starting from the 10th position on the grid. Richard Rossier may not be starting from pole, but they're still in with a shot. Hugh Jass is 12th.
Are the mediums tires the way to go?
Starting from 13th on the grid is a bit of a mixed bag for Simon B. Struth, the lights are dimmed, and it's time to do the Antipodean Tango. Whack that pedal and let's see some scholarly racing.
This opening stretch, it's like walking on eggshells. Gotta weave and dodge, all while keeping your foot on the gas.
As the drivers get this race underway, let me give a shout out to the admin team at AssettoCorsaFriends for making this all possible. Heroes one and all. The drivers are jockeying for position. Jerry Yu will be looking to get off to a good start and consolidate their position.
It's always intense racing here at Reservoir GP. Hold on to your hats, folks.
You know, they say, steady as she goes, and that's exactly what Puppy Dog from Hell's doing. Holding on to 4, maybe they've got a trick or two up their sleeve for later. Now, isn't that a sight? Mike O'Hagan hanging tight at 10. Maybe they're waiting for everyone else to make their move. Smart as a whip, that one. Not the best of starts there for Rob Keane, and that's going to immediately make their race more challenging. If Megasaurus 55 doesn't pick up the pace, hell, they'll be as relevant as an ashtray on a motorbike. So, Hal, considering the high speeds and split-second decision-making involved in racing, what's the impact of even a minor lapse in concentration?
A minor lapse in concentration can have significant consequences, Rob. It could lead to an off-track excursion, a loss of position, or even a collision. That's why it's crucial for drivers to stay focused and alert throughout the race.
The intensity is off the charts as Megasaurus 55 hounds Mr. Bang, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
Mate, if I had $1 for every time Megasaurus 55 looked like overtaking, I'd be sipping mojitos on a beach right now.
It's an intense battle for position as Jerry Yu tries to outmaneuver Megasaurus 55. This is edge-of-your-seat racing. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this. Alright, hold your horses. Mike O'Hagan is really putting the heat on Hugh Jass. If I were Hugh Jass, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop. This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit. The best laid plans of mice and men, haha, but it's certainly not going to plan for Jury U right now as they are struggling to keep up with Megasaurus 55. Seems like Mike O'Hagan is getting in range of Hugh Jass. No room for error here. Jury U is breathing down the neck of Megasaurus 55, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. It's a close race between Mike O'Hagan and Hugh Jass in 7th. Wait, looks like that's a mistake from Richard Rossier. This could be costly.
Whoa, Richard Rossier is pulling a me at a family gathering, aimlessly veering, hoping no one notices.
Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Megasaurus 55 is sniffing around Mr. Bang like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of 4th.
Megasaurus 55 is following Mr. Bang so closely, they could start charging them rent for occupying the same space on the track.
FC1 F3 8D3 CBFC.
Endlessly attacking. Who will come out on top? This is wheel-to-wheel racing at its finest. The drivers are practically glued together as they fight for every inch of track. It's a battle you don't want to miss.
Exactly, Rob. It's like a high-stakes chess match on wheels. These drivers are analyzing every move and trying to anticipate their opponent's next move. It's a true test of their mental acuity.
Incredible. Mr. Bang is caught in a fierce battle, with Mike O'Hagan breathing down their neck 0.2 seconds away, and Jury U just ahead with a gap of 0.1 seconds. It's a test of their racing skills.
Spot-on analysis, Rob. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind are like a double-edged sword for Mr. Bang. They can use the gaps to their advantage, but they also need to be aware of the threats from both directions.
Gee whiz. Richard Rossier is breathing down Armin Sunoiler's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Armin Sunoiler's rearview mirror right now. It's getting crowded.
Hey Rob, ever seen a cat toy with a mouse? Kind of feels like what Richard Rossier is doing to Armin Sunoiler right now, doesn't it?
The gap between Richard Rossier and Armin Sunoiler is widening. It's now up to 0.4 seconds. Well, it looks like we have a bit of a traffic jam on the track.
It's like rush hour out there. I mean, I know we're in a race, but can't we all just get along?
Haha, I don't think that's how it works. These drivers are here to win, and they'll do whatever it takes to get ahead.
I guess you're right, but wouldn't it be great if they all just stopped for a cup of tea and a chat? We could have a lovely little race reunion.
Good on ya, Hugh Jass. Not letting Jury U get too comfy up front. Reckon he's planning a bit of a "g'day mate" on the next corner? It's a thrilling pursuit as Mike O'Hagan is right behind Megasaurus 55, keeping the pressure on for 4th place.
At this rate, Mike O'Hagan and Megasaurus 55 are so close, they could share a cup of tea and a biscuit.
Oh, this is getting intense. Armin Sunoiler is just behind Mr. Bang.
Should things go awry, Armin Sunoiler and Mr. Bang might find themselves giving a whole new meaning to the term tandem drifting, though I doubt they'd enjoy it as much as the spectators.
Things are heating up as Megasaurus 55 closes in on Mike O'Hagan. Braking development. Bloody hell. Megasaurus 55 just took a quick detour to the outback. Maybe they saw a kangaroo on the track or something. Whoa there. Rob Keane is sticking to Richard Rossier like glue. You reckon Richard Rossier's feeling the pressure? 'Cause I sure would.
Now, that's some driving, y'all. Rob Keane is putting the pressure on Richard Rossier. It's like watching a cat
Stop the press. Whoa. Rob Keane took that corner like my Uncle Baz after a 6-pack of Euro, all over the shop.
Yeehaw, Rob Keane decided to do a little off-roading. Wrong event, partner.
Megasaurus 55 could be looking for a way up the inside of Wayne Pearson. Now, this is a challenging position for Megasaurus 55. Stuck between a rock and a hard place, with Simon B closing in 0.1 seconds behind and Wayne Pearson just ahead with a gap of 0.1 seconds. Breaking update, Stone the Crows. Jury U's off in the bush again. Someone get him a map and compass. The adrenaline is pumping as Mike O'Hagan gets within striking distance of Puppy Dog from Hell in their race for third. Someone should tell Puppy Dog from Hell this ain't a Sunday drive. Mike O'Hagan's tearing up the track.
Absolutely. Mike O'Hagan is showing great pace and determination, but they can't get too confident. There are still plenty of challenges ahead.
It's a game of inches now as Richard Rossier tails Mr. Bang closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake. Jury U wants to get into Megasaurus 55 slipstream.
And they are poised to capitalize on any mistake, but who's going to make that mistake first?
Things are getting spicy as Mr. Bang is breathing down Richard Rossier's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
The slightest mistake from either driver could lead to a meeting with the barriers, and nobody wants an impromptu autograph session with the wall.
It's not coming up roses for Mr. Bang. They're trailing Richard Rossier and the gap's on the rise. They don't seem to have a response. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Things are heating up as Jury U tries to close the gap to Megasaurus 55. Wait, looks like Mr. Bang is testing the off-road capabilities of their ride. There's a storm brewing, and it's got Armin Sunoiler's name on it. Hugh Jass, batten down the hatches, it's coming for you. Hey, Hal, you've had your fair share of races with little action. How did you handle the situation back in your racing days?
Well, Rob, patience is key in such scenarios. You need to stay focused and be ready to seize any opportunity that comes your way. It's like a game of chess at 200 miles per hour.
If I had $1 for every time Armin Sunoiler closed a gap like this, I'd have enough for a pint at the local. Get ready, Hugh Jass, the thunder from down under is coming.
This is where every inch counts. Armin Sunoiler is pushing hard to close the gap on Hugh Jass. Absolutely, precision and control are key here. Knowing when to push and when to hold back can be the difference between winning and losing.
Hold on to your seats. Puppy Dog from Hell's turning the heat up on last, closing in for the kill. It seems like Puppy Dog from Hell is pushing. They are on for recording their best lap so far this race. As a former racing driver, Hal, how challenging was it to adapt your driving style to account for tire degradation throughout a race?
It was a constant challenge, Rob. Tire degradation can change the car's balance and handling, so drivers need to be versatile and adaptable. It requires continuous adjustments to driving techniques and a keen understanding of the car's behavior.
Like a scene from a thriller, Armin Sunoiler's on Hugh Jass's tail, hungry for that spot.
The mental game is just as important here. Armin Sunoiler must keep their cool while putting pressure on Hugh Jass.
It's game on now. Armin Sunoiler has closed the gap to Hugh Jass. It's now down to 0.7 seconds.
Dang, Armin Sunoiler's fuel strategy and conservation of those brakes is spot on. They're inching closer to huge ass like a hound on a hot dog.
It's looking good for Armin Sunoiler, who has gained places and put some distance between themselves and huge ass. This race has turned into a game of cat and mouse. Mike O'Hagan is the predator, with Eddie G firmly in their sights.
Sweet tea and biscuits. Mike O'Hagan's got the pedal to the metal, chasing down Eddie G like it's the last slice of pie at a family reunion.
Bloody oath, Mike O'Hagan is flat out like a lizard drinking, gnawing into the gap to Eddie G down to a scant 0.2 seconds.
Mike O'Hagan's suspension setup's really letting them carry speed into the apex, catching up to Eddie G like molasses in winter.
In your experience, Hal, what was the most important aspect of managing tire degradation during a race?
The most important aspect, Rob, was maintaining a good balance between pushing hard and conserving tires. Finding the sweet spot between aggression and tire preservation was key to optimizing race pace and strategy.
This is a thrilling battle as Eddie G edges closer to Mike O'Hagan in their fight for P1.
Sometimes you have to take risks to win, but pushing the car too hard can be a costly mistake. Eddie G needs to be careful not to overdo it.
Eddie's falling behind Mike O'Hagan at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close the gap. As the laps wind down, the hunt intensifies. Mr. Bang is lurking, ready to unleash an overtaking masterclass on Rob Keane.
Mr. Bang's got that car dialed in tighter than my grandma's corset. If Rob Keane isn't careful, he's gonna get a taste of some good old American hustle.
The gap between Mr. Bang and Rob Keane is growing. It's now up to 2.0 seconds. I love being here at Reservoir GP. What an awesome place to be witnessing these titans of the track battle it out.
Indeed, Rob, what a magnificent sight and sound. I love listening to the roar of these engines. Let's just listen for a moment.
Every gear shift, every pedal push, Huge Ass has got one goal in mind, capturing Armin Sunoiler's spot.
In this high-speed game of chess, it's all about strategy. Who will make the next move?
Wow, Armin Sunoiler is really pushing hard to catch up to Puppy Dog from Hell. There's blood in the water for 4th place. I reckon they've had a few secret lessons down under. Armin Sunoiler's just breezed into 4th. Hang on, has Armin Sunoiler just played their wild card? They're lounging at 5th now.
Now ain't that something? Armin Sunoiler's got a bit of a wrinkle in their plan, but they'll iron it out, mark my words.
This is what it's all about, folks. Armin Sunoiler is in hot pursuit of Puppy Dog from Hell, who's just trying to stay ahead.
You know what they say, keep your friends close, and your racing rivals even closer. Looks like Armin Sunoiler is taking that advice to heart today.
It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce.
And the drivers know it too, Rob. They're giving it everything they've got, and you can see them pushing the limits of the car's capabilities.
We got a close battle as Armin Sunoiler closes in on Puppy Dog from Hell. Now that's how it's done. Armin Sunoiler rips through the track, while Puppy Dog from Hell watches the tail lights fade.
Absolutely, Rob. But there's still a long way to go in this race, and Armin Sunoiler can't afford to get complacent. They have to keep driving with intensity and focus.
It's neck and neck. The closest battle we've seen in a while. Blimey, Huge Ass is cranking up the downforce, making every newton of force count. That gap's shrinking faster than my wallet at the pub.
I've seen drivers fight G-forces, fatigue, and mental strain. But Huge Ass is doing more than just enduring, they're thriving. Puppy Dog from Hell better check that rearview mirror.
It's pedal to the metal for Huge Ass, while Puppy Dog from Hell's still flipping through the radio channels.
Where there's a will, there's a relative.
Blimey, Huge Ass is farther back than my hairline. But, you know what they say about Aussies at Euro, never say die, unless it's a spider. Then just run.
It's going to be tough for Huge Ass, as Armin Sunnoyer seems to have found their rhythm. But anything can happen in racing, and we've seen Huge Ass pull off some impressive moves before. I'm excited to see if they can make it happen again.
Blimey, Richard Rossi is gunning it in 7. Just a whisker behind Puppy Dog from Hell. Hope he's got his budgie smugglers on, cause things are about to get wet and wild.
Shoot, Rob, you ever seen a hound chase a rabbit? That's Richard Rosier for y'all, trying to close in on Puppy Dog from Hell with every twist and turn of Reservoir GP.
The battle for 4 is heating up as Huge Ass tries to catch Armin Sunnoyer in P4. The gap between Richard Rossier and Puppy Dog from Hell is razor thin as they vie for 6th in this nail-biting contest.
It's going to be a close one. Richard Rosier will have to push hard to create an opportunity.
Blimey, Richard Rossi has shifted gears and the results are clear. Cruising up to 6th just like that. It looks like Mike O'Hagan has found another gear in the last sector of the race.
You got this, keep your cool.
It's all over. Mike O'Hagan has claimed victory in this race with a stunning drive that will be remembered for years to come. Clearly at the top of their game right now.
And that's why Mike O'Hagan is one of the best in the business. A dominant display of driving from start to finish, leaving the rest of the pack in the dust.
What a fantastic race from Lars, who brings it home in 2nd place.
Impressive performance. They pushed themselves to the limit for a fantastic 2nd place finish.
That was an outstanding performance from Armin Sunnoyer. They fought hard and took the final spot on the podium.
What a drive, well-deserved spot on the podium with that performance.
Huge Ass, Eddie G, Richard Rossier, and Puppy Dog from Hell brings home 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Followed by Rob Keane, Mr. Bang, Megasaurus 55, and Jerry Yu in 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Wayne Pearson end in 12th.